All right, let's dive right into a really cool historical puzzle.
So, you don't have history books from ancient India. What do you do? Where do you even look for clues?
Well, it turns out the biggest clues are hidden in a set of ancient religious manuals, the Brahmanical texts.
Think of it like this. The Vedas have the sacred hymns, and the Brahmanas are basically the instruction manuals for them.
And each Veda has its own set of Brahmanas. The Shatapatha Brahmana? That one's incredibly detailed.
So, how do ritual texts become history clues? Let's decode what they say about social life.
Right away, you see this strict social structure, the Varna system. Everyone had a defined role.
And check this out. It even gives us a glimpse into the status of women, calling a wife Ardangini, a man's half.
But it's not that simple. Her status was complex. She was respected, but also had a lot of limitations.
The texts also hint at daily life. Marriage was a huge deal, and so was the Gurukul system for education.
Okay, now for the really big clues. These religious rituals, they were actually all about politics and power.
For instance, the Rajasuya Yagna wasn't just a ceremony, it was a king cementing his power, making it seem divine.
Want an even bigger power move? The Ashvamedha Yagna. This was basically a king's way of claiming new land.
So, what does this tell us? We're seeing a political system form, with kings and priests working hand in hand.
These texts don't just talk about power, they also reveal what the economy was actually built on.
Forget money. Back then, wealth was all about how many cattle you had. Gold and land were big too.
It was mostly a farming society, and a lot of that wealth moved around through religious gifts, or dana.
And get this, these texts can even act as a kind of map, showing how people spread across the land.
You see, mentions of new places like Videha show us a huge shift, people moving and settling further east.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What's the final verdict on using these texts for history?
They're not history books for sure, but they give us priceless indirect evidence about ancient Indian life.
But, and this is a big but, we have to remember who wrote them. It's a priestly view, so we gotta be critical.
Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. Can a religious text ever be just about religion?